Hello, my name is DC. I'll be giving a match analysis for Forge versus Valour in the Canadian Premier League. Let's get into this with the first goal of the match. Alright, so this is, I don't know if I can say a counter-attack, but let's just say it's an attack, right? So, already problem. Let it load a bit. Alright, so, gigantic space. Nobody's there. I do understand the midfielders are here. I do understand that the midfielders are here. But still, and it's the fact that both of them went to go and try and get the ball. Let's just move a few frames back. Yes, here. Yes, I think this is where you'd want one to be deeper. You always want to have a bit of a skewed line, especially in midfield. You don't want everyone to be on the same line. Because if one person goes there, you beat two people. You're better off one being here and one goes slightly deeper, just in case things don't go too, in your favor. So since both of them are on the same line, they get beaten. I do understand they're more on this side, but at this point, I don't really see the point of him going here when there's someone I know he's far away. But you could just go back and protect the defense, something like that. Alright, ball is moving forward. They're moving back. He takes it out wide, and now here is where I feel he could do a bit better. Because he gives him the space, gets deflected in. You know what? In a way, it's okay. But now, that's the problem. It is the problem when you do something somewhat good, and then it ends up turning into something bad. And I'll give credit to him because he stands in a position where he can see him, but isn't really bothered. And he's also worried about the player that's behind him. At this point, I would rather this player here be closer to him. Reason why I'd want him to be closer to him is because he's more central to the goal. I'd rather he stays free because the ball has to travel, and at the time that ball is traveling, he has time to just run and just be there to obstruct him. He's there to obstruct him in that type of way. Oh no, pressed the wrong stuff. Because as he takes this out, deflected, and he's first to react. And the player here, I do feel he could get to this. Because that's what he does. Do you see what he does? Instead of going for the ball, he just turns his body. Let's just get this little one here. Hopefully the camera doesn't move too much. So you see, he sees the ball. He can definitely get there, but what he does, instead of going for the ball, turns his body to face, and by that time, it's already too late. The player has already taken the touch and he's taken the shot, and it leads to a goal. He was smart by being in between the two defenders, but they really should be more aware. Otherwise, let's head on to the next goal of the match. Yeah, here. Alright, once again, they're on the attack. And now here, it's actually okay. This is okay. Because what they've done is that they've made sure it's difficult for the team to progress centrally. Because here, it's okay. They've left him out here, it's okay. The ball has to travel, and it's okay because you still have enough time to go there, and he can go there to back you up. Now, this is the part that confuses me the most. Because, alright, so here, the reason why I say this part confuses me is what is he going to do here? That's one thing I really don't get. Because yes, you could say no, but that's none of his problems. Because yes, there are three attacking players here, but there are also three of your teammates here. So, at this point, I don't know why he does this. Because he should be maybe somewhere here, so that he's there to back up his teammate. Because what he does, he puts his teammate under more pressure. Because look at this. Yes, his teammate does get beaten easily, but there's no point of him moving all the way. Like, what is he trying to do? No, really, what is he trying to do? Because the whole point of having not really, okay, it's all of this. If your teammate is going there, you might as well be close to him so that in case your teammate gets beaten, your teammate, what he does is that he sets you up. So yes, he's gotten him beat, But if you're there, because your teammate has forced him to go one way, you can force him again to take another heavier touch, maybe force him out wide, and probably your teammates come and cover for you. But what he's done here is he's afforded this whole, because trust me, if he was here, if he was just a bit forward, even just here, they do not concede this goal. Because look at this. Gets past him and he doesn't even move towards the ball. He stands there. He's given him the whole goal to aim at. And if we notice here, he's in between the two defenders once again. They're not really bothered about him. And that's it. It's such a simple thing to do. And just standing in between two defenders, they usually don't take notice for you because, one, the person facing this way is focusing on the ball. And two, the person that's next to you is probably just lazy or not bothered or probably worrying about someone else like here. And for the defender here, you could just stand he could also do the same. He could stand in between these two. Just split the difference. Stuff like that. Yeah, so he takes the shot. Goalkeeper parries and yeah, it's just who can react the quickest. It's a simple goal, but he really should have helped his teammate out, because what he did was just gave him the angle. If he was just there to back up his teammate, they do not concede this goal. Anyway, let's head on to the next goal. Should be somewhere here. Alright, they're moving with the ball. It's a pass. And it's a real... Okay, we have to appreciate that pass. But before we appreciate that pass, we have to call out the defense. Because the way he's running, you're supposed to be running like that to block him off. Or just give him a little shoulder to shoulder, but instead he escorts him. It's a good pass, but he gets past just way too easily. It's just way too easy for him to pick out that ball. And yes, they do allow him I don't know if it's a midfield or attackers, whatever, they allow him to pull out that pass. But even him, he had a point where he could have taken him out. Not by taking him out, like fouling, but probably just gotten close enough or run across him so as to prevent him from easily just going, to the ball. And I think at this point he could foul. He could get a yellow because there is a man running in front of him. Anyway, that's some dark art stuff. So, what makes me more frustrated is how they fail to deal with this. Ramos and Pepe, this is no problem to them. If you're running like this, they will squeeze you in. One shoulder on the left, another shoulder from the right, you're squeezed in, you can't do much, you just end up... There's nothing much you can do. But they give him so much space, because at this point, I would actually... Trust me, because... You're better off just squeezing the attacker. By squeezing the attacker, I mean both the defenders get close to each other, just like sandwich him, so that it's harder for him to score, and just to make him lose focus of the. But they don't. They give him all the space. He's able to get past them. He sent him to go and buy a sweet. I don't even know where he's gone, and it's such an easy move. And that's a good finish. I really love those type of finishes where the ball looks like it's going slow, but it's actually going underneath the keeper. I don't know. There's just something about those type of finishes. Yeah, very good goal, but the defending has been very questionable from this team. Maybe that's why they are losing by 5. Why they lost by 5. Anyway, alright, so this is one of those situations whereby, yes, I do understand it comes from a cross. Yeah, it comes from a cross. It comes from a very far away. I understand why no one wants to mark him, but you could just, for the sake of pushing them deeper, you really could just do that. So he crosses it, right? And this goal partly starts from here, but where it majorly starts from is from this defender here. Look at, because trust me, if this was in the Premier League, I've noticed this especially with a player called Ivan Perisic. If a ball is coming like this, he immediately chests it down to his keeper. I know there are a few other defenders that do this, but Ivan Perisic is the one that comes to mind. I've seen him do it a lot. So, I mean, come on. Because trust me, if this was in the Premier League, he would chest it down or just head it to his keeper. And the keeper could actually shout for the defender. I'm pretty sure they have code words for things like this. And then to make matters worse, he heads it back into the danger zone. If you want to head something take it out there, take it out for a throw in. Because if you take it back here, the pressure just comes right back at you. And yeah, the team get first contact to the ball, pass it to his teammate. A simple 1-2 just like that. Simple 1-2 because of a failed header. Just like that, trying to chase the ball, but instead you end up conceding more space. And then here, he's in between the defenders once again. He is free. He is free. Goalkeeper stranded very close to his post. I mean, this is just a recipe for disaster. It really is. Cross into the box. Boom. And it's the fact it hits the post because that almost didn't go in. But because of a terrible clearance. A terrible clearance. Oof. Yeah, it's really fun defending. And a simple 1-2. Not every situation requires you to dribble. Sometimes the best way to beat a man is just by passing the ball. And this one is the last goal of the game. This is a very good cross. And what I like about it, it's one of those crosses that it just traps itself. By that, the way it lands, it just makes everything so much easier to do. Alright, so he gets the ball. He looks up. His teammate here is coming to help, but he leaves him open. But we'll just say, alright, it's okay. At this point, the space is more important. He crosses the ball in. And if you look at it, everything is somewhat okay. He can chase him. He probably can see him. But now the danger is him. But then again, he's the most wide. So, not really. Let's see what happens. He takes it down. But unfortunately, or fortunately enough, the defense actually puts pressure on him. But not enough because they allow him to turn. And yes, I know he's going back. But here's the thing. I do feel they could do better by covering him quicker. Because yes, he does, avoid taking a shot, but I do feel they could be more aggressive so as to even just giving a bit of a shoulder shrug as he's turning. And he has all this space in the world. He could have taken the shot. I mean, look at how many players there are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 players in and around the box. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't really want to count this, but about this, they get outplayed. He makes the pass out wide. No one noticed him. Everyone's attention was on the center, and 7 players in and around the box. Boom, that's a nice. And once again, technically in between the defenders, stuff like that. I mean, he is so free. He is free. Even he is free. For all these defenders in the box and to still consider goal like that is frustrating. Frustrating to say the least. Cross, goal. Yeah, must be very painful losing 5-0. Otherwise, that's been my match analysis. So much bad defending, but hopefully they learn from this. Yeah, hopefully they do learn from this because some of these goals they are so preventable. Otherwise, that's it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.